Hi, I'm April Peck.
And I'm Madison Mahomey from Save Me From, a brand with a mission to empower people and save lives. We're going to tell you the 3 signs of a crisis and what to do when you're faced with a crisis.
It's important to remember that just because someone has been diagnosed with anxiety or depression doesn't necessarily mean that they're in a crisis. Crisis looks different for everybody, and it can come for any reason. However, the best way to know what to look for in a crisis is to have a plan. And when you download the Save Me From Crisis Planning Guide, you'll receive a crisis plan worksheet. And in that worksheet, after you've completed it, it'll tell yourself and give others an idea of what a crisis would look like specifically for you.
So, here are some general signs that might indicate somebody is having a crisis and or has a concerning unaddressed mental health issue that might develop into a crisis.
The first sign is a major change in behavior. Someone who was maybe more cautious but suddenly is acting recklessly, that can be an indicator. And someone who's generally outgoing and is now used to enjoy time with friends and family, but now more withdrawn or even fatigued and always tired, that can be another sign. Frequent and intense irritability, that's not a typical behavior. If that's not a typical behavior in them, that can also be an indicator.
The next thing to look for is increased alcohol and drug use. If you're not familiar with what it looks like for someone to be on certain drugs or to have had too many drinks, I would say the best thing you can do now is to get to know what that looks like. If someone is developing a habit of abusing drugs, it's very likely that they will deny it. So becoming aware of what it looks like is actually essential for knowing if they have a problem.
If someone who has never had a desire to drink before starting drinking, that can be a major sign. It can be bad if someone who typically makes safe choices around drinking now starts doing so recklessly, or they're starting to drink during the day or drinking in order to feel better or even to feel numb because of anxiety. That is called self-medicating, and that is also not healthy and not safe. Right now, the most common misused drugs other than alcohol are opioids. So if someone asks you, hey, do you have any leftover painkillers from your surgery, or they ask you to help obtain illegal prescription drugs, that is a sign that they could be experiencing a mental health crisis. If someone is overusing their prescribed medication as well, even if they aren't aware they are doing so, this is also a sign.
The third thing to consider is self-harm and suicide attempts. Cutting, burning, bruising, ingesting unsafe substances, these are all indicators. However, it really doesn't stop there. There are many ways that someone could harm themselves. So the best way to know is to spend time with someone and be a resource and a listening ear. They might open up to you about it.
That's right. And it's really not enough just to know what to look for with a crisis. It's incredibly important for you to also know what to do. When you see someone in crisis, or what to do for yourself if you observe that you might be in a crisis. Because of that, we encourage you to watch our next video on what to do if you or someone you know is having a crisis. And by now, we hope you've downloaded the Save Me From Crisis Planning Guide so you can help prepare for a crisis and help save lives. Thanks for watching and thanks for sharing.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.